welcome to another episode of Turn Left. I am your host, Indiana's own Dana Black, coming to you live. Yes, all the way live from Black Pearl Studios, where we talk about Indiana politics from the left side of things. Indiana's own Dana Black, Turn Left. Welcome back to another episode of Turn Left. I am so excited because we are bringing you all the candidates up and down the state. This new format allows me to interview multiple candidates a week. I've got so many in the hopper already. I cannot wait to introduce you to them. Guys, this is the time, right? We've got more candidates running now than we ever have before. Now is the time to get out here and support these candidates. So next up today, I'm excited because I'm meeting someone for the first time. I love meeting new people. Y'all give it up for Jackson Hayes, who is running in Indiana House District 41. Jackson, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here, Dana.
Love it. So we're just coming off of a long Memorial Day weekend when we're taping this. Did you enjoy your weekend?
Absolutely. I got to spend it with my 4- and 5-year-old nieces and then ship them off back home.
That's the best way to do it. I'm an auntie. You sugar them up, you love on them, and then you send them back home. Wow, to the parents.
Absolutely.
Especially if you and your siblings, had some interesting childhood memories. It's the best to send them back home to the sibling that, that's what you get. Remember that time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Teach them some naughty things and then send them home for the parents to deal with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Jackson, tell the people who you are and where you come from.
All right. So I live in Frankfort. I grew up mostly in central Illinois in the Champaign area. I ran cross country in high school. I love working with computers and other nerd stuff like that.
All right.
And decided to run for office to try to help people to get more of what they're owed from the government that works for us.
I love it. I'm a computer nerd too. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but are you a coder? Are you what kind of tech person are you?
Definitely very amateur end. I built my computer in order to play video games on it.
Okay.
But then I know how to solve most tech issues that come up unless it has anything to do with the printer.
Yeah, I can see, because the printer is not the same thing. It's just a whole nother animal. I have a small business and I have clients and I'm a tech person, but it's like printers are not what we play with. That's a whole nother animal.
Absolutely. It has so many more things that can go wrong with it.
Oh my God.
Have a friend that says they're possessed and got her very Catholic boss to hang a crucifix up over his. So,
oh, wow. Well, and the thing is, it's so many mechanical pieces that go within that printer. Like, people don't understand it's not just the brain of the printer. It's all those mechanical pieces. And we're tech people. It's totally different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So what brings you to Indiana?
So I live with my parents in Frankfort, and my dad got a job at the Subaru plant in Lafayette. And so that's what brought us to this area. And in living here, I have noticed that a lot of the things that we rely on have started to get taken from us, and things that me and my family need, and I know other people need too. So I decided to try to work towards getting those things back.
I love that. Was there something in your youth that made you think that you might want to go into public service?
Growing up, I thought I was going to be a programmer, and then I thought I was going to be a teacher for history. Mm-hmm. And it's only recently, as things have gotten weirder, that I've decided to throw my hat into the public ring.
I love it. So you wanted to be a teacher. Wow. I know when you look at some of the policies that are coming out of our state house right now in respect to teachers needing to carry guns, they got to be first responders, they got to be all these things, but we can't pay them. What are your thoughts? I mean, you're not in the profession, but I know that you have some sympathies for teachers.
Oh, definitely. If my goal would be to make their lives better in any way that I can. My best friend is a band teacher in Illinois, and they have enough problems there, and they've got a really good teacher union, and here they don't even have that. So yes, I'd love to make it so that teachers are well paid and protected and are able to just focus on what they love doing, because they're certainly not doing it for the pay.
Exactly, honey. No one goes into teaching for pay. They go into it's a calling, I think. Right. Mm-hmm. Just like, doctors or, it's a calling, because I know I just got through saying I'm an auntie. I sugar your kid up and send him home. So I ain't trying to keep her for no 8 hours. Most teachers are saintly in their patience, and they should be rewarded for that. Yeah. So tell me where District 41 is again.
So District 41 is centered on Frankfurt, and it covers parts of eastern Tippecanoe County, so
Okay.
Lafayette, and then like half of Lebanon and Boone County, and then a part of another county, which name escapes me right now. I believe it. Nope, I can't right
That's
now.
all right. That's all right. Well, you mentioned Boone County. I know that, and you said Lebanon. Wow, that's a hot topic right there all over the state, especially down here in Marion County. With the LEAP project. I know you're out knocking doors. What are folks saying about that LEAP project? What are they telling you?
Everybody is not a fan. Most people I talk to are not a fan of the LEAP project, and I know that they've been fighting a lot to counter it. I myself am not very aware of what exactly it is. I need to do some research on it, but it definitely seems like a thing that many people oppose, along with data centers and things of that nature.
Yeah, so the LEAP project is like they wanted to make this like a high industrial area for multiple businesses and things like that, but they didn't have the infrastructure. So and they didn't have like the water supply. And now like they're trying to put a data center over there, and they're going to take the water from Eagle Creek down in my county, in Marion County, and pump it up, and then when it's contaminated, put it back into Eagle Creek. So there's a lot of things going on up there in Lebanon. But what else are people talking to you about? Because you got to knock doors, you're visiting with folks. What are they telling you?
There's a lot of anger about data centers. We recently had a public forum about changing our property tax law to try to change it to 7%. I'm sorry, a 7% services tax. And so that was presented by my opponent and one of his Republican colleagues. And a lot of people are really mad about property taxes in my area, so they didn't quite seem to understand that this would increase their tax burden, but property taxes are going up and lots of people are angry about it.
Interesting. Yeah, because the property tax decrease supposedly, it was a shell game, right? Because a lot of municipalities were having to raise taxes to cover the loss of revenue for services. I wonder then, why aren't our elected leaders listening? I mean, you said pretty much everybody's upset about the LEAP project. They're upset about these taxes, but the other side doesn't seem to have any ideas on how to resolve these issues or even address them.
Right. And they don't have ideas on how to address them because these issues exist because they made them. Companies are invited to Indiana to exploit our labor and our resources like water and land and that isn't done for the benefit of the people and definitely not for the benefit of the state. It's for the kickbacks from these businesses. Yeah.
I had a guest on the other day and he talked about how, they for Super Bowl tickets, you can pretty much get anything you want out of these legislators. I think that's scary. Talk about what your leadership style and what you would bring to the State House when you win your election.
Absolutely. The biggest thing that I would like to bring to the State House is regulation on anything to do with insurance and medicine.
Talk to us about it. What? There's got to be a story behind this.
Oh, yeah. So I have Crohn's disease. That's a big part of the reason why I have been living at home right now. So Crohn's disease is your body attacks your intestines and causes lots of problems. Okay. I'm doing really good on that right now, which is why I have the energy to try to run for office. But I know that being able to rely on my family and being the, white young man that I am, I have a lot of things going for me that most people don't. Mm-hmm. And so I want to be able to provide healthcare to the people who need it, like the aging population of our communities and the poor people who just don't have the ability to get insurance to go to a doctor or get something treated. So yeah, that's one of my biggest concerns, I guess.
Wow, isn't that interesting? It wasn't that you didn't have access to health care, but you recognized that other people weren't as lucky as you to have the access and get the care that you need. That is so dope, man. Like, to care about other people like that, like, because a lot of folks, unless it affects them, they don't see it or they don't feel it. And for you, it was, I see it, I feel it, even though I have health care and I have family to help, other folks don't have what I have, and I want to make sure they have. That's so dope. That's one of the best things I've heard in a very long time.
I appreciate it. And that's one of the big things I want. And then on top of that, education, money's being stolen from our communities to fund private schools. I really don't like that. And then I know people who are gay and trans who are being targeted by our state's laws, and let alone the regressive laws about women's health in our state. It's a whole big mess, and it needs some help.
I agree. Wow, you care about everybody, don't you, huh? I guess that's a sign of a good Democrat.
that is the goal, isn't it? Or what we hope this party stands for, right? Is trying to help our neighbors enough that we can all get through the next hurdle.
I love it. So was there one thing that said, okay, enough is enough, I'm putting my name on the ballot?
Yeah. So I grew up a Mormon, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They put out a Supreme Court advisory docket thing along with several other organizations that was asking the Supreme Court to rule against trans rights. And that was the final straw for me, pushed me out of the faith. And after that, I decided I need to throw what energy I can at a cause that is good, right? Like helping people to have the rights they deserve as Hoosiers, as American citizens, as our neighbors, right? Like,
yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I'm falling in love with you. This is why we do this show, because if I didn't do it this way, I probably would have never had the chance to get to know you and to meet you. And I love your heart. I imagine raised in the church, you were taught, to love one another and to care for one another, right?
Yeah, that's why I lived in Brazil for 2 years. I served a mission for the church. I thought I was helping the world. And then you grow up and you hear things like how they tried to fight gay rights in California. And then I finally saw this it didn't make the news or anything, this obscure advisory position to the Supreme Court. And they did it because they thought they could get away with it. And so I want to try to make it so that can't happen anymore.
I love that. I love that. Have you always been, it sounds like you hate bullies, like I hate bullies, right?
Absolutely. I am for the little man. I've told a couple of my friends that I'm trying to get into this business to slay dragons, and dragons are the things that are hoarding all of the money and wealth and resources so that we can't have it.
Shoot, we gonna help you slay some dragons, brother. That's the whole goal. I'm actually rewatching Game of Thrones right now, so you're speaking my language right now.
Awesome.
So when you're out talking to people, I know campaigning is not easy, and you hopefully your health is allowing you to get out as much as you can. What kind of reception are you getting when you tell them that you are running as a Democrat, or do you even do that? A lot of places they don't do that.
Democrat is definitely a bit of a hot topic where I am.
I imagine.
The people I've spoken with have been polite generally, but some of them have been fairly firm in telling me that they would not vote for me. But I've also gotten a lot of feedback from people who are glad that there's opposition to the insanity at the federal level and the local insanity we get at the state.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, pushback. The only good thing that happened, I think, in a long while is that they didn't vote for that redistricting, right?
I was impressed that our very, very Republican state house and Senate voted against it. I was shocked, actually.
I was too. I guess the thing was like, yo, don't come over here bullying us. You're not finna tell us what to do. Because they were doxing people and all the things.
Our president has personally endorsed several races at the state Senate level. I don't know about the state house as much, but it's beyond insanity. And that's a big part of what I think our state prides itself in, is not letting out everyone around us who may have larger towns and more people, but don't let them push us around. Don't let them walk all over us.
Yeah, I know one of the key words that I've been hearing from a lot of candidates is affordability. I imagine some of the folks are talking about the gas prices over there in your spaces and how much they're spending for groceries. When you guys talk about those economic issues, do you highlight, like, you realize Republicans been in office, they've been controlling stuff for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. And then our own state House representative invited another Republican to raise our taxes more. Was saying that the property tax brings in $13 million to Clinton County, and this new tax would bring $15 million in. And it would completely cancel your property tax, but it would also raise the tax burden in our community by $2 million. But don't listen to that part.
Yeah. And are they able to connect the dots?
Some do. A few people are so angry about their one property tax bill that they turn into that I don't know, I guess they see red or something. There was one guy I talked to who was just so angry about it that anything that would make that go away or make it go down was something he'd be fine with.
Yeah.
But I guess that's part of the job too, right? Is to help others to understand, okay, this is what the data says, that a property tax doesn't hurt poor people as much as income tax or services tax or sales tax. Mm-hmm. But okay, that means you are a person who is poor because you are not so extremely wealthy that these numbers don't mean anything to you anymore. Exactly.
And I imagine you have these counties are relatively rural counties once you get outside of West Lafayette and Northern Boone and Clinton County. Have you had a chance to talk to some of the farmers and where they are this year when it comes to the tariffs and the gas prices?
I haven't talked to very many farmers yet, but I do know that they are in some dire straits right now. It has been a weird spring, so their crops aren't doing great, or they don't even know if their crops are doing great yet because a lot of them haven't even been able to plant. Yeah. And then it's just beyond with the tariffs, investment in competing countries, side deals with China and stuff that buy a lot of our soybeans and corn. It's rough, and if I don't get elected, I sure hope that our state has a plan to help these poor people.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like it because the tariffs been going on now for almost a year, and we lost our soybean customer. It's gone. Like literally after we put the tariffs on, the Chinese said, nope, not going to buy any more soybeans. Yeah. In fact, we're going to go buy the soybeans from, was it Argentina, who we just gave a whole bunch of money to? Like, yeah. Can you, like, what's the crazy going to, I don't understand why people aren't getting this. And I keep hoping that folks are going to wake up one day and go, can we get out of this twilight zone?
Careful, a lot of people don't like that word, woke.
Well, see, ain't that crazy? Like
it is. It's like an internet forum from 10 years ago is suddenly manifested into reality. It's so weird.
Right. Like the opposite of woke is sleep. Like you sleeping on everything? Like
and stick your head in the sand and ignore life. It's insane.
Yeah. So some of the things that we care, we're going to have to, when you're voting in the state house, you're going to have to have an opinion on things like that. Talk about infrastructure in Indiana. What are you seeing and where would you like to see our state go?
Definitely. A lot of our emergency and medical infrastructure has had its supporting finances dismantled. And that's in line with what I've already talked about. So talking about a different thing, I have noticed that a lot of our roads and bridges and toll roads and parking are owned by foreign companies. And I think that is wrong. I think we should, if the state's going, if we have to pay these things, right, it should be used for benefit. And so if the governor wants to put in a giant toll road or a toll on the highways going through Indiana, I don't like that idea. But if it is, it shouldn't be owned by another company. It should benefit us. The roads are public property. They need to be maintained by public tax dollars. Why are funds that should be put for public good going to foreign companies?
Yeah, they try to explain how that one-time big payout is a good thing, but it's not. That recurring money is what's good, because you got to maintenance these roads, and you got to, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get good service. And when they sold the parking meters in Indianapolis, like, they were like, no, prices aren't going to go up, and immediately prices went up.
Oh yeah, when I went down to the state house to file all my paperwork and stuff, it was crazy. I have to pay $5 just to park there for half an hour. It was nuts.
Yeah. Like, if I go to a Fever game or something, I take an Uber. It's actually cheaper to take an Uber downtown and back than it is for me to go pay $30-$40 in a garage or anything like that. I mean, it just costs so much to even entertain yourself. I mean, yeah.
We're getting priced out of the stuff that makes us human, and yes. It's insane.
Yes, we are getting priced out of the things that make us human. You can't even, I mean, and right now with it's summertime or spring's coming, and people are wanting to take family trips, you got to really think about, okay, how much is the airfare? How much is the hotel? Okay, should we drive? Should we, like, it's just, nobody can really, yeah.
And with it all being expensive, even within the state, they're destroying the amazing state parks that we have to make room for these data centers.
Yeah,
and so the cheap option's going away.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy, because like they when they passed the legislation to deregulate the wetlands, like, you should have known, okay, why are y'all trying to go after these wetlands so bad? Right? And we should have known, like, they are so many steps ahead of us in so many ways in destroying our state. Like, we're trying to play catch up because we're not thinking about destroying the state. Right? We just ain't there. And they are 15 steps ahead of us.
The idea that they are an honorable, the Republican Party, and I'm going to make that very clear here, the idea that the Republican Party is an honorable opposition that can be allowed to continue what they are doing is just wrong. That what they may look like idiots in the media, but behind them are some incredibly ruthless and intelligent people who are working extremely hard to strip rights away from everyone who doesn't look like me and talk like someone who isn't me.
Yeah. I mean, because the Supreme Court ruling was, oof. I'm still in my feelings about that, right? I'm still don't talk crazy to me because I'm still in my feelings. You might catch some smoke, and that's what they're doing. And I'm struggling with the fact that all of these negative things are happening. We rank at the bottom of quality of life here in Indiana. We have poor air quality. We have poor water quality. Our public schools are being defunded. And the people who are hurting the most are literally rural Indiana. Their hospitals are closing, right? In some cases, there's no emergent care. There's no maternal OBGYNs. There's none of that. And it's like, we're the ones hurting the most, but yet you keep voting for these people.
Yeah. And until somehow we Democrats have to figure out how to unite our messaging such that we can reach out to the people who need our help the most. And some people are figuring it out. I really like some of the things that Mamdani's doing in New York, but it's hard to convince someone who's only seen the government take away everything that they have that a change in that government could fix that. But it's really hard for people to make that connection.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's not even just the message. It could be the messenger. I know in Jackson, in your community, a message is going to hit different if you say it than if I say it, right? It is definitely what it is, right? If we acknowledge the thing, I love that I'm seeing someone like you on the ballot. I love the diversity of our party because they're just, look, if you know a thing is a thing, quit acting like it ain't. And people be wondering, what, it's not like, yes, it is. Like, it really is. And it's okay. And if you acknowledge it, then someone like Jackson Hayes can get in here and win an election because he can go talk in the community in a way that someone like me or, Mom Donnie he would never be able to do, right?
Yeah, and community then that's something that's changed a lot too, right? It's politics used to be able to talk about local issues, but it's very hard to even find news about my community sometimes because it doesn't pay the bills for these news companies. So I don't know. It makes it a challenge for people in the local community to care enough about local issues to try to figure out stuff about me and my opponent or other offices that are up for election this year. I don't know. I'm rambling a little bit.
No, I love it. Yeah, no, because you're making good sense, my friend. And it's not a ramble because you're literally saying, look, no media coverage. So who are these people? Well, that's what Turn Left is about, right? I'm trying my best to amplify the voices of our down ballot candidates, right? Who may not be getting, news coverage in the newspapers, definitely not on television because it costs a whole lot, right? Yep. It costs too much. But this is the whole point of Turn Left. I'm meeting you and I'm digging your I'll take a bully on attitude. I love that you are caring about people getting the same access to healthcare that you have. That is so dope to me. That is and you care about communities whether you're a member of them or not. And that's why we want to amplify voices like yours.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So tell the people where they can find you.
Alrighty. So you can find me on Facebook. I am there as Jackson T. Hayes. Let me pull it up, actually, so that I know exactly how I presented myself. So yeah, Jackson Hayes, Indiana Representative District 41 candidate is how I am on Facebook. That has links to my Ask Blue donation account, or Act Blue, excuse me, and my website where I have posted a few more dissertation-y type things, not dissertation, a little, just short little blurbs about my political views and how I intend to present them if and when I get elected. Other than that, my contact information is listed there. I use my email, which is jaxonhaze1994 @gmail. I respond to it regularly. And other than that, that's about it. I appreciate very much you inviting me on here, Dana. Yeah.
I love it. So now give us your elevator pitch to take us out.
All righty. I'm Jack Hayes. I have lived my whole life with the feeling of impending doom that the world is going to end one way or another, whether it be from AI or us managing to nuke ourselves or our entire economy crashing again and making it so that nothing works. And I am sick of it. I want a world that I can be hopeful for tomorrow in, that I can believe that my nieces and kids around me can be happy growing up and not have to live with this idea that the world is going to end because of us. We are in a world that we made, and if it's bad, it's because we did it. And if we want to change it, we can do that too.
I love it. That's a great elevator pitch. All right, now I'm going to make an ask. Guys, please consider donating to Jack Hayes. He's going to need some funds to be able to touch his voters, to touch his constituents. That's why we raise money, right? So click his Act Blue link. It is right there. It's in the description. I include it everywhere. Click the donate button. $10 here, $50 there, whatever you can spare. Because again, if we want to make changes in our state house, we are going to have to support the candidates who have put their names on the ballot. This is not a spectator sport, people. This is not like the Memorial Day weekend where there was 2 auto races and you sit back and you watch. You got to get involved. Thank you, Jackson, for joining me today.
Thank you very much, Dana. I really enjoyed being here.
I love it. See, listen, I don't think I've ever talked to this many candidates ever. And I am so excited about these candidates because they are actually just showing up saying, hey, they not with any special capes. They just said, my community deserves better. So let's give these candidates the support that they need as they run for office, because every time you volunteer for a candidate, you donate to a candidate, you just offer them anything you can, time, talent, or treasure, then we can change the State House in a way that is impactful for all of us, all right? Indiana's own Dana Black, turn left. I will holler at you next time. Peace. Turn Left is the property of Black Pearl IT Solutions, executive producer, Indiana's own Dana Black. Music by Dorian and 22 from Pixabay.